What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers podcast, episode 171. Another one with just me and Ginger. Let's go. Today, we're previewing actually a good amount of things, honestly. We got PFL this Thursday. We got one championship this Friday. We got UFC this Saturday. Luckily, crazily enough, PFL might be the most stacked card coming into this weekend, honestly.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about UFC a lot more.
For sure. Well, let's go. Before we get into all that, like and subscribe if you enjoy all the content we put out. We appreciate everyone that does. Let's go. Drop a comment if you hate all the shit that we got to say. Hate watch our shit. I don't care. Just watch it. Just like it. Just fucking subscribe. Do a comment. All the things, you know?
To be an effective hater, one must subscribe.
Yes.
So be able to talk shit on everything.
Exactly. Let's motherfucking go. Let's start with the first event that's going on this Thursday with
Speaking
PFL.
of being a hater, meet PFL.
Yep. Yeah, man. It fucking like they switched things up for this year, so that's good. But
I do prefer the tournament format that they're doing now. I will say
the thing
that.
I just hate is that they're getting a lot less money for the end prize of it. Like, so that sucks because what, it's 500,000 now.
Yeah, but at the same time, they weren't making $1 million to begin with. It was $1 million accumulatively, which I think is bullshit.
Yeah. It's so it is 500,000 bonus for that. So if you whoever has the better contract for out the 3 fights, you're making more money. You know what I mean? So that definitely is nice for those fighters. And it's only 3 fights instead of 4 for the season, but it definitely is at a much quicker pace. Only 2 months apart, April, June, and August, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's they definitely are going to get cooking with it for sure.
Oh yeah.
But this Thursday, we got 10 fights coming from the PFL, 170 and 145 tournament starting off. Main event, Jason Jackson, former Bellator champion, taking on Andrei Koreshkov. Don't think he ever held a Bellator title, I believe.
No, not as far as I'm aware. No.
Yes, he did.
He did.
Back in 2014. I had 2 title defenses against Douglas Lima and Benson Henderson. Beautiful. But
well, I think he unified the title because his only defense.
Oh yeah, Douglas had
Benson.
lost the belt. Oh, okay, yeah. Makes sense then. So then, because it was 2. So yeah, got interim title and then unified it with Douglas. That's what it was.
Then he won the back when Bellator was doing tournaments. He won the tournament finals to fight Ben Askren for the welterweight title. We all know how that went, considering Ben Askren came into the UFC undefeated.
Yes. But hey, no shame in losing to Ben Askren.
To be fair, his losses are Ben Askren, Douglas Lima, twice.
Yep.
Lorenz Larkin, and Magomedov.
Yeah, not a single bad loss on there at all.
Yeah.
Lorenz being by split as well, so it's not too bad. Definitely gonna be Koreshkov looking to go out there and kickbox Jason Jackson.
Yep.
I feel like Jason's just gonna be smart and try and mix it up with the grappling and just look to just be the more well-rounded MMA fighter in there to get it done. I feel like he should be able to.
He 100% should be able to do it. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Fight deserves to be the main event. Should be a fun one. Definitely excited for that. The co-main is a bit more interesting to me for sure, though, because motherfucking Jesus Pinedo is finally back. Hasn't fought in a year and a half, I believe, by the time this fight happens. Yeah, November of 23, since winning the PFL title against Gabriel Braga in the rematch. Was supposed to fight Pitbull in 2024, had to pull out from that one, and then was scheduled against Jeremy Kennedy in November of 2024. Missed weight, fight gets scrapped. Yeah, so I'm super curious to see how this plays out for him, what kind of condition he comes in, just how ready he is for the moment, It's rough, man. If he's on point, ready to go, I 100% believe he can go out there, probably get a finish over Adam Boric. I would not be surprised. Only been subbed 1 time in his career for Boric, but I wouldn't be surprised if he got a TKO or something for Pinedo over him. But Boric is fucking good, man. 5'11" with the 71-inch reach, 9-2 in Bellator. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes out there and gets it done over Pinedo overall.
Oh yeah, his last loss was to Mauricio Pitbull, the better Pitbull brother. Like,
yep,
man.
Damn, bro. I thought
It's
fucking
hard.
Boris was big 5'11" with the 71-inch reach at featherweight. I fucking forget how big fucking Pinedo is, man.
Yeah.
6 foot with a 74-inch reach. No wonder why he's
Huge.
missing weight out here. Yeah, that's fucking insane. Fuck. Yeah.
They're both big for 145, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because Jesus Pinedo is 28 years old. Adam Boric, I believe, is 27.
I believe so, yeah.
31. Fuck. What the fuck?
Damn.
Okay. Surprising. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point they both start fighting at lightweight. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
But especially on Pinedo's end being the younger guy. But should be a fucking banger of a fight in this co-main event. Honestly, I'm super excited for this. I really do just think that it's all going to be based on how Pinedo shows up.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
let's go. Should be a good scrap in that one. Featured bout, another really interesting fight at 170 pounds. Magomed Umalatov taking on former, I believe, interim title challenger in Bellator for Logan Storley. But
interesting.
How do you think this fight's gonna play out, Ginger? Logan the Storm Storley.
I really don't know. Storley is very well-rounded. So is Umalatov. It's just I feel like Umalatov's just gonna win. Like, he's just been. What is his streak at right now? 1 loss, losing to Shamil. But before that, 17 fights, undefeated. Like, he's just good.
Yeah,
he is good as fuck. So I just feel like he's gonna be able to win. It's not gonna be easy for him, but he should be able to win.
Yeah, because Logan is definitely going to go out there and just try and put the grappling on him. I really don't think he's going to have shit for him in the striking. I think Umalatov's a much better striker, going to have way more power in the hands too. It's just, can Umalatov defend the takedowns for me, or even just try and grab a sub off of it? He has hit anaconda chokes before, so not the most subs in his career, only 2, but can pull him off. I feel like if just Logan is just too aggressive with it, then you might be able to find something, but it's just going to be trying to defend the takedowns and probably just put the striking on him. I don't think Logan's been finished, or I think his last loss. He was ground and pound loss to Shamil Musayev, which man, it's fucking also, Shamil Musayev is a fucking beast, man.
Yeah, he is. So
yeah, both coming off finished losses to him, so if MMA math says anything, Umalatov lost in a later round. That means he's slightly better. He's beaten Logan Storley by split decision. Let's go.
Exactly. Let's go.
Yeah, but if Umalatov wins, it should be a fun one. If Logan Storley wins, it might be just wrestle fucking and not too good and
it's not going to be fun if that's the case.
Yeah. Next tournament fight, though, Movlid Habulayev, undefeated fighter at 21-0-1, is the undefeated curse going to translate over to the PFL and him this year?
Yeah,
as he takes on Jeremy Kennedy. How do you feel about this one, Gingy?
I feel like Movlid should just be able to kind of run over Kennedy. I feel like that's what should happen.
Yeah.
Without the idea of a curse, he should just be able to blast through him.
I definitely agree. He's been stopped 3 times in his career, ground and pounded by Volkanovski, head kicked by Luis Rafael Laurentino, which, god damn, he was 33-1 at the time? What the fuck? All right. I've never heard of this guy.
He's
now 37-7.
Yeah, he's 3-2 in the PFL. He beat Jeremy Kennedy, then lost to Lance Palmer, and then lost to Jeremy Kennedy.
Damn, that's so funny. But yeah, Kennedy, he's been finished 3 times.
Yeah.
I definitely do think that, yeah, Mobley can go out there, blast through him like it's nothing, or worst case scenario, if Kennedy's a bit tougher than, like, he expects, he's probably gonna go out there, grab takedowns, be able to get a UD win, like, no problem.
Yeah, before and after Kennedy, this dude does not have any notable wins or losses. He does have a fight coming up on April 11th against Rustam Karimov in ACA.
Beautiful. Yeah, but yeah. And then I don't know about you, but with those are like easily the most meaningful matchups for all of the
Yes.
tournament fights. And then other than that, Gabriel Braga, he's also in the tournament fighting Yves Landu.
And he should just run him over.
Yves, I really don't remember him too much. 6-1 in Bellator, so it really isn't bad. But his last 2 wins being by split. Yeah. Either way, I feel like he's probably just gonna 7 decision losses out of 9. That's not too bad. Obviously, he can just easily lose the decision, but yeah. Let's go Braga by decision in that one, honestly.
Yves, Landu. Nickname is
Terrible.
That is insane.
Horrible.
Also,
nickname.
I hope that Gene can win. He beat Chris Brown in his last fight, so.
Yeah, we'll see how that one plays out. But yeah, not a bad card at all. 10 fights, so hopefully PFL doesn't fucking just drag it too much, and it's a decent broadcast.
Yo, I need you to scroll down to Derek Shields and then click on his profile to see the full picture.
Oh man, I just clicked off of What are you trying to fucking show me, motherfucker? Just wasting time. What's going on here? Who the fuck did you say?
Derek Shields. He's like the second fight on the card. I'm just why the fuck does he got a knife?
I don't know, motherfucker. What the hell?
Why did they choose this picture?
Moving on to the next fight card to talk about. We got one championship on Friday. Roman I don't know, Krikilla, I'm not exactly sure how to say that last name. He's at the top of the bill, defending I think I know that Tapology says heavyweight, but I think it's a light heavyweight, maybe. I don't even know. But he's fucking pretty sure Muay Thai and kickboxing champ for one championship, but he's defending the Muay Thai title against fucking Lyndon Knowles. I'm pretty sure this is the dude that's always in Jonathan Haggerty's corner with the fucking the pink hat and the fucking mustache and shit. So I didn't even know that he was a fighter. I've just always laughed at him every time I saw him. So let's see what he can do in a championship fight for one championship,
Yes. So currently Roman is the light heavyweight kickboxing and heavyweight Muay Thai champion.
Okay.
So nice. Two division, 2 weight class, 2 division, 2 sport champion.
Beautiful. One championship, loves to have that kind of shit going on. But yeah, so we'll see what goes on with that. But I know for me, the much more interesting thing is the co-main event with Regine Ursel taking on Alexis Nicholas in the trilogy. It was a big upset when Alexis was able to get it done in the first one. Regine able to grab the title back in kickboxing in the rematch. So here we are in the trilogy. Let's see, just, obviously, Regine able to make the adjustments in the second one to get it done. So
both fights very close. What I remember, so should be fun.
No, I feel like, from what I remember, I think both fights I had it like 2-2 going into the 5th round. But let's see how it plays out. Should be a good one, though. Other than that, we do got fucking Sidichai on the card. We got Sexton on the card. Sidichai taking on Nico Carrillo after that devastating knockout loss in the first round to Nabil Anand, which Nabil then went on to beat Superlek in just a sad performance, but it's good for Nabil in that one, though. So see how because that was, goddamn, man, it is gonna be a less
January.
than less than 3 full months by the time that he fights. That's so bad. He got fucked up. Oh my god.
Yep.
So yeah,
That's Muay Thai for you.
Yeah, man, I know it's insane, but Sajichai probably goes out there and gets a. I mean, I was gonna say gets a knockout win, but this dude has not won by knockout since Glory 39 in 2017 by knee to the body in the 4th round.
Jesus.
Yeah, and he has one
That's insane.
kickboxing finish lost by Murat Grigorian in the 3rd round. Everything other than that decisions.
Yeah, this is gonna
Like,
be a decision.
Yep. Sajichai by decision. Let's go. But yeah,
The fucked up
Texan,
thing
he's on
about
the card.
Murat Gagorian is he also lost to him in that glory run he was on, but it was by UD instead of a finish. So
Beautiful. But yeah, so not too much going on one championship this week, honestly, but it's one. So hopefully we get some good shit. Well, we got 5 Muay Thai bouts, 1 grappling, 1 kickboxing, 3 MMA. I like that kind of numbers, honestly. It's much better than when we got like 8 kickboxing and fucking 2 Muay Thai and that's it, you know?
No, yeah. I can understand
Yeah.
that.
1 Fight Night 30 on Amazon Prime. Let's go. Hopefully it's a good one.
Yep.
Now let's get on to the good shit. I mean, I say the good shit, but it's a fucking Apex fight card, man. UFC Fight Night, Apex something, fucking Vegas something.
Not out here excited for Candy and Zetchiku?
Hey,
Brad Tavares?
top 15 ranking implications in that bout with Kennedy and Zetchiku and Martin
I hate
Bidet,
the
brother.
UFC heavyweight division.
It's more meaningful than the co-main event in a lot of other fights on the card, honestly. It's actually, other than the main event, the only fight with rankings in it. So it's the second most meaningful fight on the card, brother. But let's get to the most meaningful fight on the card. Josh Emmett in the main event is back after fucking, a year and a half after knocking out Bryce Mitchell. Some reason just hasn't been able to get a fight. He said he wanted a retirement fight at 155, and here he is fighting Lerone Murphy in an Apex main event, 5 rounds, undefeated fighter in front of him.
All I'm saying is if Chandler loses to Pimblett, it's right there. Like Chandler, Josh Emmett is a banger of a fight. But speaking of a banger of a fight, yes, this fight, interesting as hell, because Josh Emmett, wrestler with an overhand right.
Yep.
And Lerone is very good, has very good stand-up, and he has some pretty decent takedown defense. I just want to know how that takedown defense is going to be able to hold up against him like Emmett, and then also just the power.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, he has fought Barboza and Ige, beating both of them with Lerone Murphy. So he can get out of the way of shots, he can take some shots, so it'll be interesting to see what he's actually able to do in this fight. I think if he's smart and he does well, he's going to stay behind a jab, circle, and just keep it at distance.
No, yeah, that is exactly what he has to try and keep this like as a clean striking kind of a point fight as he can, because it is his last fight. He got the win over Dan Ige, but he did get dropped in that fight.
Yep.
And then his first UFC fight, a draw with Zabira Tugagov, also got dropped in that fight.
Yep.
Like he's not chinny, but he doesn't have a great chin. You can definitely touch him and hurt him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And just against a guy like Josh Emmett, if he lands that one clean shot, he's fucking putting you unconscious, man. Like there is just no doubt about that. And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, with Josh, how old is he at this point?
40.
Huh?
40.
Goddamn, yeah, I thought he was on the older side. 40 years old, a good amount of a layoff. I just wonder what that cardio is possibly looking like to go 5 rounds. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, exactly. That's the other part, is I think he's going to be able to tire him out. Also, 3-inch start with 3.5-inch reach for Lerone Murphy. So keeping it on the outside is the smartest play you can do.
Yeah. He's, like you said, he's got a fucking jab on the outside. Leg kicks would be super smart here.
Yes.
Not too many body kicks, just so they don't get caught up. But even trying to just go with like high kicks too. Yeah, definitely just long rangy strikes. He's also like, one thing that he for sure has to do as well is like, obviously he's got to be careful, got to stay at distance and all that, but he has to land meaningful shots to get the respect from Josh Emmett as well. Because if he does not, like, if he's just like, oh, jab, circle, jab, you know what I mean? And just doing little shots of, like, noticeably trying to stay away from him, bro, if Josh cuts off the cage and just gets on him, he's going to get him out of there pretty quickly.
Yeah. And it's kind of hard to earn the respect of fucking Josh Allen, because he has a chin of his own on him. Like, the only person to knock him out is the hardest hitting 145er, Jeremy Stevens.
Right here. And yeah, that is also fucking 7 years ago too. Like, he's fought Michael Johnson, didn't get fucking knocked out.
Shane Burgos, Stan Ige, Calvin Kattar, Ilya Topuria.
Yep, Yair. Like, yeah, he's fought a lot of fucking big hitters and stuff, and yeah.
So it is just one of those things where he does have to earn that respect at some point, but like, you need to also just be careful, because it is like, only one person has knocked him out. Only 2 people have finished him.
Yeah.
Lerone, you're not out here catching a lot of subs, so
no. Lerone Murphy is not just even like a big
finisher
subs overall. Yeah, it's like he's got 7 knockouts, 8 decisions, but 7 wins in the UFC, 5 decisions, 2 knockouts. You know what I mean? Like, he hasn't finished
then, like, one of those
Makwan Amirkhani.
I was about to say, his last one being Makwan Amirkhani in the second round. Yeah, you're supposed to knock out Makwan Amirkhani in the second round.
If you did it in the first round, extra impressive. You know what I mean? Like, because that's when Makwan can explode. So if you caught him during like all that, that's at least a bit more something, you know? But like, yeah, man.
It's only Makwan has only lost once in the first round. It was via sub. So
Makwan?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's what I mean. Like, that would be more impressive to get him out of there in the first round.
Damn, he was supposed to fight this year too. Not in the UFC, but he was. Damn.
Oh, he went. Say, what the fuck? He still was gonna have a fight. Like, what?
No, he went 0-2 in Octagon.
Damn.
And then wins the third round Anaconda choke, but that was against a guy who was 12-12.
Beautiful. But yeah, I feel like Lerone Murphy's the better fighter, but I'm just not sure if he can stay safe for 25 minutes against Josh.
No, that's the big thing. Is it's going to be hard to stay safe for 25 minutes against Josh Emmett.
Yeah. So Lerone by decision is the most likely outcome, but Josh Emmett by knockout easily is live as
live as hell.
Yeah, it should be a good one in the main event for the Apex for sure. Co-main event
100%.
Gonna be well, honestly, before we even like move off of that one real quick, because like with fucking just like the featherweight division, we're gonna have a whole lot of mix up in the rankings like coming up soon with just Ilya like is leaving,
Ilya gone,
fucking Max is leaving, Ortega is leaving. Like, that's 3 people in the top 6. Like, that we're gonna get a whole lot of movement. If Diego goes out there and knocks out Volkanovski to become the champion, Volk just might retire or even bounce up to 155. Like, you know what I mean? So a win here.
You got a couple people at the bottom of the. Then you got a couple people at the bottom of the top 15. Like Bryce Mitchell is fighting Sean Silva. He might be out the rankings. Calvin Kattar is potentially could be out of the rankings within his next fight. Dan Ige 15 fighting Sean Woodson. Huh?
You know, what's going on with Giga? You know what I mean?
Giga's just
like, what the fuck has he done? You know, like,
sitting there, hasn't done anything. And then, like,
how much longer is Aljo going to be around for? You know what I mean?
This
like,
division is going to look really weird at the end of the year.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, in fucking 2 years, it's going to be an entirely different place. Like, it's going to be all different. But yeah, so what do you think a good win here for Lerone Murphy can do for him, and what do you think that can get him next?
That is the question, and I think the answer to that question maybe because going up to number 8, I think the answer to that question is the loser of Yair Patricio.
That's very possible, honestly. Yeah. I like that a lot.
Because
we do have Patricio coming in, so he'll be a new name in the division, but it's on the older side, so who knows how long he'll be around.
Yeah.
We'll at least probably get 2 years of him, but
then because Ortega's moving up. Evloev should get a title shot after whoever wins between Diego and Volkanovski. They don't have anyone right now who really qualifies. That's why they're doing Yair Pitbull.
Yep. But yeah, it's like if Volk goes out there and wins and Pitbull wins, they're fucking fighting each other.
100%. And you do that fight 10 out of 10 times. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mozart. And that's kind of also the case is if they do that, they might have Lerone fight Mozart. Like, that's entirely live as well.
I was gonna say, if that's honestly how it plays out, that's what I would like to see. Get 2 undefeated fighters go in there against each other, winner gets a title shot.
Yep. Only promise to Lerone.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Well, I do think that a good win over Josh Emmett can like get him a big spot in this division with everything shifting around.
It very much can.
Co-main event, still in this division, Joe Anderson Brito taking on Pat Sabatini, a very solid fight between two fighters right outside the top 15 in that top 20-25 area. Brito took he was on a nice streak, took a loss in the last one, split decision against William Gomis. Just a tough one, you know what I mean? But how do you think this fight with Pat Sabatini is going to play out?
It is so fucking. I think Joe Anderson has the ability and the power to be able to knock Pat Sabatini.
Yes.
And I think that's the most likely outcome. They're the same height, 2 inches in reach to Joe Anderson Brito. He's 4 years younger. And I mean, like, it's one of those things where I just have that feeling. Just be able to knock him out.
Yeah. I honestly think so too. The one thing that it's like he's definitely got to be worried about is fucking Pat Sabatini getting a hold of him, getting on his back or something and looking for a sub, because that motherfucker is strong as hell at 145.
Oh yeah.
Joe Anderson Brito does have 1 submission loss on his career, but his last 2 being in the UFC are both by decision. So you got to go back to fucking one of his first 3 pro fights where it just says loss, and that's 2015, 2013. So fucking a decade or more ago. So I definitely do think that he's probably going to go out there, get the knockout, probably in the first round, honestly, and might set him up for a solid top 15 fight next, even though he took the loss to William Gomis in the last one.
But yeah, he took the loss to Gomis, but like his record, like his 2 fights before actually entering into the UFC are a technical decision over Diego Lopez and a first round knockout of Chepe Mariscal. Comes in, loses to Bill Algeo in a unanimous decision. But then Andre Feely, Lucas Alexander, Weston Wilson, Jonathan Pierce, Jake Shore. Like
Jack Shore,
Jack Shore.
Yeah. All of them by finish, 3 of them in the first round. So, yeah.
Gonna be interesting.
Yeah. He goes out there, finish Pat Sabatini in the first round. That's 6 finishes out of your last 7 fights. Like, you should be fighting in the top 15 for sure.
That'll probably be that the winner of this fight has high potential to be fighting Calvin Cage.
That's very possible for sure. Let's see how that plays out. Featured bout Cortavius Romeus, 0-1 in the UFC, taking on Chang Ho Lee, 1-0. I don't know how much feels you got about this one, but it's not doing too much for me.
It's not doing too much for me. I am interested to see how it goes. But yeah, no. Lee probably takes it.
Huh?
Lee
you said
takes
Lee?
It.
Yeah.
I forgot Cortavius' nickname was "Are You Not Entertained?"
Yep. He's kind of chinny, just not great. I don't know. It's one of those where it's like, I know it's fucking the order of the fights don't really matter, but it's like, why is this in the featured bout, man? Like,
why is this on the main card?
Yeah. Because I know we were making the joke of it earlier, but Kennedy and Zechiku versus Martin Boudet, it is top 15 implications. You know what I mean? It is just one of
like
those
that
things.
one. Like
Kennedy
I
and
understand why.
Yeah, number 15 ranked at heavyweight off of a win over Chris Barnett. I'm pretty sure that was the last one, right?
Yeah. That is one over Barnett. No, Bresky, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he got that. after the Barnett win. So 2-fight win streak in the heavyweight division, undefeated in the UFC heavyweight division.
Much.
Goes out there, gets a first round finish over Martin Bidet. Maybe we can actually be excited for Kennedy at heavyweight. Like, just be like, okay, at least he's finishing these guys that aren't great. You know what I mean?
But if the 2 fights that got canceled that got him the Barnett fight were the actual fights he had, where instead of Bresky and Barnett, he had Tafa and Marcus Teixeira de Lima, I'd be a bit more like, oh, okay, Kennedy in the heavyweight division is actually kind of looking good right now.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair though, some that like I really have, because like Kennedy's just always one of those guys where it's like, yeah, kind of just talk shit, don't really give too much respect to. It's like 8-5 in the UFC, not the greatest. 7 wins by finish in the UFC, only 1 decision win. Then it's like, yeah, he does have 2 decision losses, so 3 finish losses, but it's like he's getting it done in exciting ways more often than not. So it's like, so yeah, it's definitely it's just so crazy. One of those things, man, where it's like you can go out there, like you can go out there and finish Ivan Cutelaba, but you lose a fucking split decision to Nikolai Negumereanu. Like, what is going on?
That's kind of like why I'm like, it's one of those things where I'm not the like most excited, because it's just like, yes, he's getting like these good wins, like these spectacular wins in terms of like finishes, but it's like against who?
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Sure. I definitely get that. But yeah, he probably goes out there and puts Martin Bidet on his ass, honestly.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And then after that, it is top 15 implications, like you said. Like, him versus, like, a Nick Parkin or a Waldo Cortez Acosta. I don't...
Waldo should probably be fighting up, honestly. He deserves that. He's on a good run.
How about Derek Lewis?
Yeah, like that. That's definitely something that's more interesting.
That's kind of interesting, actually. The size of him versus Derek Lewis.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, yeah, you're finishing these fucking schlubs of heavyweights, you know what I mean? But it's like Derek Lewis, who, yeah, he's not the best, but he's a big, physical, hard-hitting motherfucker. So it's like, can a guy like that, like, just, okay, big shot, and are you going to fold? You know what I mean? So, yeah,
I was about to say.
I think that
he has to be careful, because Lewis does carry his power. Like, we've seen it before against fucking Volkov. Round 3.
Oh, yeah.
Bam.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, we'll see how that one plays out at heavyweight. 185-pound middleweight contest between GM3 and Brad Tavares, 2 vets. Very surprised that they haven't fought each other before.
Yeah.
Probably one of the only fights on this card, in my opinion, that has a chance to grab fight of the night, because it was something that I realized heading into the last one that I forget. I don't know if I said it on the last podcast, but 3 weeks in a row for the UFC that there has been no fight of the night, only performance bonuses handed out. The last fight of the night we've had for the UFC was Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev too. So we need a fucking fight to cook on one of these cards, you know what I mean? It's been a little bit since we got a banger.
Oh yeah, I feel you. I just don't feel like it's going to be this one.
Bro, it's going to be such a fun, sloppy banger, potentially.
Just
wild, wacky.
Because the problem is... Like, GM3, he's only been finished, 3 times the first round via strikes. But, like, I don't know. I feel like Brad Tavares could put a pressure on him and just get him out of there.
It's very possible. I don't know. I honestly think that GM3 might be able to get the grappling going and get a sub over him.
GM3 is only 3 days older than Brad Tavares.
That's awesome. Brad Tavares also never been subbed in his career, so that's definitely a thing. About 5 decision losses, 5 knockout
with
losses.
A 3.5-inch reach advantage at 77.5-inch reach.
I'm rooting for GM3 to grab the first submission win over Brad Tavares in his career. That would be awesome.
I mean, I'd like that.
He's got the most submissions in middleweight history. To a tough fucking vet like Brad. Yep, exactly. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And then not too much to say about this one, but I feel like we have to just give a nice mention to the UFC debut at middleweight of Torres Finney on this main card. The Contender Series GOAT, 3-0 in Contender Series to finally get a contract to the UFC, taking on former tough fighter and Robert Valentin. I'm excited. This should be a fun fight.
This should be fun. And yeah, no. 5'8", 75.5-inch reach. He has a
glorious build.
1.5, 1.5-inch reach disadvantage in this fight. But considering he is 5'8" with a 75.5-inch fucking reach.
Dude is 2 inches shorter than me, has like a 5-inch reach advantage, and is 3 times wider. Like,
yeah.
I love how this dude is built. It is so goddamn incredible, man.
He is, straight up huge. There's no other way to put it. Which is why at some point I kind of need to see him against Bruno Fajeda.
Yeah, oh my god, that would be so fucking funny to watch. Yeah, if he goes out there and gets a win, give him Bruno Fajeda for sure. I am down for that. Let's
I
go.
need to see it.
On the prelims, we don't have really too many notable fights, honestly. The one thing about this card, because we did mention it with Lerone Murphy of being undefeated, we got Torres Finney, who's also undefeated, Luis Garul, who's undefeated on the prelims.
Yep.
And that is it. So 3 undefeated fighters on this card. So we'll see how that stacks up to the undefeated record for 2025. But anything too notable that you want to bring up for this prelims?
I'm gonna keep it real. Not
Yep.
really.
For me, honestly, the only 2 things that I'm like any bit interested in, Davy Grant, he's on the card. Anytime he's in a fight, that's always going to be some good fun. So I'm definitely excited for that, and like no doubt about it. And then opening up the card, we got Loma Lookboonmee. It's been a little bit since she's fought. She's just a very solid fighter, 6-2 in the UFC, just very small. That's the thing that is really rough for her at 115 pounds. Easily like #1 fucking contestant for an atomweight division. She needs that for sure. But Estella Nunes, she's fucking 0-4 in the UFC, so she's gonna get smashed. Short notice replacement. I don't know, man. Because I'm pretty sure she just gets finished in her losses, right?
The thing is,
mostly
she's not only a short notice opponent, she also pulled out against Molly McCann because of visa issues.
Couldn't get to London, can get to Vegas. Let's go.
It's just kind of funny to see. Like, okay, pulls out and is now a short notice fight for. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Shit happens like that sometimes.
Gonna go 0-5 in the UFC, be 6-6 overall, and get cut. So.
Yes, very true. But yeah. So for me, I'm just excited to see those 2 perform for sure.
Yep.
Got Reese McKee back in the UFC, who's 0-4. You got any other terrible UFC records on these prelims?
Oh, more than likely.
2-5 for Diana Belbita. Yeah, it's
I was supposed to say Ode Osmond 4-6.
Yeah. So yeah, we got 4-6, 2-5, and 2 0-4s on the prelims. That's the apex.
Yeah, especially like Reese McKee comes back, loses, his first 2 UFC fights, gets cut, goes back to Cage Wars, wins 3, comes back, and then loses the next 2 again.
Yeah, and it's also like the first run, like losing to Hamza and Alex Morono, those aren't the worst losses.
Yeah.
But then like losing to Ange Lusa and Chidi by split, like those are notably worse losses. Like, so it's like let's
just
see what
not on the level.
Yeah, let's see, I guess, what he can do against the debuting guy that's 9-2.
I'm not gonna lie, just from the names that I know on his record, his best win is Jai Herbert. From the names that I recognize.
Yeah, easily. That's the only notable name to me.
And that was back in 2016.
Yep, when they were both 4-0 fighting in Bama.
Yeah.
So the Reese, if he wins, just cut the other dude. You know what I mean? Like I feel like what you have to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how some of that plays out. Vanessa Demopoulos, I'm sure she's gonna get a win and then jump into Bisping's arms, and that'll be a little annoying to me. So who knows? Who knows, right?
Who knows?
But let's go. That's all the good stuff to talk about for this Apex card. Hopefully, I get another solid win in Tapology as well. And then I believe only draft implications is you with Laurel Murphy on this card as well, I
Yes.
believe. So, yeah, we'll see how all of that plays out. I can't believe 2 weeks away from the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's what this card, and then wait. Oh, there's a week we don't have fights?
What, 19th?
Okay, no, I fucked up. Don't mind. But yeah, there are no fights on the 19th.
Gotcha. Well, nice little breaky break. Not too bad.
And then it'll be TBA or TBD to be determined, because that's Khalil and Jamal Hill.
Oh yeah.
And Khalil pulled out.
No, Jamal pulled out.
Jamal pulled out. My bad. But yeah.
So I think knee injury or like knee issues or something. So,
yeah, leg injury.
Constant problems with his legs.
This is what Geek is doing. He's fighting David Onama on that, by the way.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there you go. Sure. So yeah, he loses and he's unranked, and then Onama's on in the rankings. Let's go.
Exactly.
That's it for this episode, though. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Yep. Yeah. Ain't shit really going on in news and all that. But if you're enjoying everything we put out, like and subscribe. Don't forget to. We appreciate it. Let's go. We will catch you on the review to hopefully a fun Apex card.
Peace. Hopefully a fun weekend.
Yeah, true. Everything. PFL, all of it. Yeah. Let's go. Peace out, everyone. Yeah.